Hey everyone, I'm Ammon. I'm the Wix lead here at Big Red Jelly, and in today's video, we're going to go over two main topics. That first topic will be a quick overview of our Wix dashboard and marketplace, and the second one will be a quick tutorial on how to develop your own homepage/landing page. Now, for that first topic, before we dive in and go over the whole dashboard of our Wix marketplace, I want to talk about why Wix. Why do we use Wix here at Big Red Jelly as one of our top three CMSs? And the answer for that is quite simple. It is because Wix is one of the more navigable and easily to utilize CMS out there. And whenever I have a client who is using Wix, and we are at that point in the project where it's the handoff and now the client's kind of on their own to make their own updates and edits. Whenever we're using Wix, I'm so confident that they're going to be able to accomplish anything they need moving forward because of how simple and practical and basic the Wix editor is compared to other editors. And that's not to ding any of the other CMSs that we use. This is just a kind of comparing Canva to Photoshop. Canva being Wix, very, very easy to navigate. And then Photoshop being a little bit more, high developed. You have to have a little bit more experience to utilize um, all of its extra features, and that I would deem as WordPress. So with Wix in our dashboard, I want to go over just a couple of things so that you can, when you hop on this dashboard, it's not so overwhelming and you can kind of navigate where you would like to go. So for our first tab, if you ever wanted to look at any sites that are existing or wanted to start building a website, you would come to the site tab. Now, as you can see here, another reason why I love the Wix dashboard is we can preview all of our previous websites that we have built. And anything that has this little purple premium, that means that the site is already published, our clients already have access to it, and it's running live. And anything that you don't see that has that premium just means that it's currently in development. We are currently working on it with our clients, and it's best probably not to touch those. That said, now let's go over here to we're going to review the custom templates and then dive a little bit more into that in our second portion. But the custom templates you can find right here. And this is very easy. You just come over here and browse templates. You can browse from the community. But Wix Studio also has some templates that are all free that you can navigate and kind of just Frankenstein it and piece together a landing page or home page or a couple of pages that you're wanting. And for example, we can come over here and click landing page. It has some really good options you can pick from. And we'll dive into that a little bit more as we're developing our homepage together. Now, this is the main reason why we really want to utilize our Wix dashboard. It's going to be our agency profile tab. And this allows our clients or soon-to-be clients who are thinking about taking a chance with us at Big Red Jelly, they're allowed to come over here and kind of preview our portfolio, view some of our project cases, find something that's within their business that might be might make a little bit more sense to them when they see it on a more visual standpoint. And that's why we have a lot of projects highlighted here. We can actually show more. I believe we have up to 20 projects that we can showcase. And I've diversified our portfolio in a way that kind of caters to a lot of different businesses. But this just gives our clients an option to view our portfolio and kind of get comfortable with what we are offering, what we're able to provide for them. And of course, we do have a little biography or a little about us section of who we are here at Big Red Jelly. And then we have our services. Now, Wix actually you can have available up to like 20 services, and we used to do that in the past, but now we want to kind of niche it down and only be providing up to 3 services. So when we do get some leads from Wix, it's directly for our advanced website, classic website, and redesigned website, which in our case is probably all the same thing. It's just a new website or a redesigned website that we're wanting to roll out for our clients. And then we have our marketplace, which just shows what sites have been done or leads that have been contacted. And yeah, that's about it for the Wix overview dashboard. Like I said, it's very simple. There's not a lot of tabs you really have to get too familiar with outside of sites and maybe agency profile if you're wanting to check out what our clients are looking at. Now, let's get into developing our own landing page or a quick little homepage overview. That way you feel a little bit more comfortable when you're needing to put a site together. So for the basics, we'll just come over here and click create new site. Very simple. And I like to start off with a blank canvas personally. That way we can just kind of pull different sections from other websites or from our templates and put them in there. And you can always build from scratch too. I'm a big fan of that as well. But sometimes for the sake of time and simplicity, it's always good to use something that's already been kind of mobilized or proven to work. So we come over here and here's our blank page. Now we're going to go back to that one section where we had all of our templates, and let's go ahead and find one that just showcases a good hero section, something that really kind of sticks out. Let's go to, actually this is a cool thing to show. So we have these different ones like a portfolio. It'll show all these different options, but then if we come over here to wireframes, this is actually going to show, where you can just drop in different images. It kind of gives you a little bit better way to look at it. And we're actually going to go and choose one of the wireframes. Kind of, I think, uncaps our creativity a little bit. We're not so much building inside of a box. But you'll come over here and you'll just click edit. And then it takes a little bit to load, but once it's loaded, we can begin our editing. Perfect. Now that we're in the templated section or the wireframe template section, all you need to do is navigate over here. This is probably your best way to see all of the different layers that are within this template. And so we're only going to want to go after this hero section. And to even make it simple for yourself, you can label this hero section. Makes it a little bit easier when you're kind of pulling everything. And we're just going to come over here and copy that section. And then we're just going to paste it straight into our blank page. You can just delete this section. And look, we already have a hero section ready to go. As I mentioned, it's all about Frankensteining and finding things that you feel fit best with your current project. What I like to do sometimes is, let's say I've utilized a section in the past that I also want to pull from an existing website. Instead of just using the templates that Wix provides, we can actually go over here and edit a site. Perfect. For example, we can take this section, same idea, come to the layers. We'll come and highlight the offering section, copy, and just come back to our blank page and drop it right in. And in this free section, we can just remove. And look, we're already kind of developing our website, or at least the homepage of it. If you ever wanted to develop the menu is actually already orchestrated right here. You would just come in, manage the menu, and then just add items. And those items can include site pages or drop-down items. Now, and to develop your pages, all you would need to do is come over to pages and then click the plus button. You can start adding your pages. For example, we'd want an about page. Maybe we would want a services page. And then let's just do a quick contact or a locations page. And then we would come to our menu and we would just simply add our items or our site pages. And there we go. Once that's all in, our menu is set and we can jump to those respective pages. As you can see here, we are currently on the locations page, but we want to go back to our home page. So all you would do is drop down and come into your home. And as you can see, this is where our sections currently reside. Now, same thing, we could come in and continue to kind of pull apart different sections that we did like from our template. I'm not seeing anything that I necessarily love or want to drop in to kind of mimic our design. So what I'm going to do is go back to the template section and see if I can find another one that I like. Perfect. We're back on our template section. Let's go over here. Same idea. We can edit this template. Let's see if there's a section that we like. Yeah, perfect. I love the type of section where we outline our services. Same type of deal. We'll come to our layers, our services. We'll just copy that, drop that into our website. Now, of course, it's great to develop your own sections and utilize any of your creative freedom that you want to use. But at the same time, it's also great to maximize our resources and conserve our time the best that we can to put into other projects. So feel free to utilize something like this where we're just taking sections, and then of course you're designing in a way that fits your client's needs, tailoring the content to match that as well. But as far as design and functionality, that kind of is already built into what we've pulled over from these templates. But yeah, that's just a quick basic tutorial of how to kind of get your website started and up and running. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Like I mentioned, I'm the Wix lead, and I'm more than happy to help with any of your Wix questions. Thank you so much, and I hope this video tutorial was some help.